seen anything like that.
No good. Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going to the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk the sports and other stuff, like the holidays. Yeah, speaking of which, why did the Christmas tree go to the barber's? He needed a trim. That's so funny, I remember to laugh. I'm Roy Harder. That's good. And here's your host, Mr. Eastside David McDonald, everybody. Bravo, David. You made me laugh on the intro. That was a good one.
Oh, wait a second. Are you breaking kayfabe and letting everyone know that I, in fact, write the intros for you, the psychotic intros?
No, I'm saying your reaction to my intro was what made me laugh.
I'm kidding, of course.
Yes.
Listen, we're not going to talk about breaking kayfabe because the WWE has already done that. By
I don't even know what that means, David. Breaking
the
kayfabe?
WWE has not only defeated John Cena in his final match, but then they instantly did a public relations tour doing like, well, here's the thinking behind having John Cena lose. It's like, oh my God, kayfabe in wrestling is dead. I mean, I knew it was dead, but holy mackerel, you've never heard the people in charge of the wrestling creative ever give away this much, give away all of the secrets to the magic tricks. I mean, the magician, he's got to keep something secret already. We don't need to know how the lady's cut in half. We don't need to know how the rabbit gets pulled out of the hat. But, forget about kayfabe, Roy. Listen, Roy, it's a Davey Mac Sports Program. There's Roy Harder. There's Bobby Tamburo, Eastside Dave McDonald, coming off of a triumphant DMSP where we exposed ESPN's corruption. I told you that it would occur, and it did. And now people are seeing the ESPN corruption because the Davey Mac Sports Program, I realize, is the only place that's going to hold ESPN accountable. For real. No one else has the balls. I don't know what this is all about. I don't know why hosts on WFAN in New York City don't go after ESPN. I don't know why more Fox Sports people go after ESPN. Have no idea why they don't. But they are an evil, immoral, corrupt machine, and they need to be taken down. And that's what last week's spectacular episode was all about. Well, guess what? I hate to say it. We have a follow-up because Ryan Clark ruined Christmas.
What?
ESPN's Ryan Clark. Yes, Robert. You heard that correct. Ryan Clark and ESPN have ruined Christmas, period. I'm watching First Take the other day, and this Ryan Clark, can he do anything right? Holy shit, is this guy a liability? This stooge goes out there after Sherrone Moore was justifiably fired as the head coach of Michigan. Sherrone Moore loses his mind. He's been banging all these broads on the side, and then he's got this little blonde broad that he banged, and she broke up with him or something. He freaked out. He put a knife to his throat, a knife to her throat, knife to everybody's throat, saying he's going to kill her, he's going to kill himself, he's going to kill everybody.
Wow.
And he acted like a complete fucking lunatic. In absolute, he's getting charges of terrorism thrown at him. So Ryan Clark goes on ESPN, this absolute dumb idiot. Ryan Clark goes on ESPN and goes, Sherrone Moore blew it because now all black people aren't going to get college football head coaching jobs. Now, this is a stain on the African American coaching community.
Well,
I'm like, dude, you and everyone at Disney have completely lost touch with reality, bro. Completely. No one was thinking that. No one. I wasn't thinking that. I didn't see anyone on Twitter, white guy, black guy, go, oh, because of this Sherrone Moore situation, you're really going to have to raise your eyebrows about, hiring black guys for coaches. No one said that.
No.
No one thinks that. There's a million black coaches in the NFL right now as we speak. They're all different people.
Do you guys follow Anthony Cumia?
I don't look at races as everyone's the same. Sadly, Ryan Clark does. That much is clear. He assumes racism. He assumes prejudiced behavior. He assumes bigotry. And the problem is with that, Ryan, is when I was 9 years old, okay, I stole some cupcakes. And I used that word assume. I said to my mom, I assumed I could have these because I had dinner. And my mom broke it down for me. She had one of those little dry boards next to the phone in the 80s where we would write, or 90s, whenever this was, where we would write little messages. Dad called. Call him back. Or Mr. Cunningham called. Here's his number. 732. Anyway, my mom took that dry board and goes, here's why you don't assume. And she wrote the word. And then she wrote vertical lines after the S and ass and after the U. And she goes, you don't assume because you make an ass out of you and me. It was an easy breakdown. And I'm telling you, it worked. It stayed in 9-year-old Davey Mac's head for the rest of his life.
Oh.
For Ryan Clark to go out and assume that white people are going to not trust black people because of Sherrone Moore or white universities aren't going to hire African Americans for their head coaching job because of one lunatic in Michigan is beyond insane. And quite frankly, you are actually the racist in that scenario, Ryan Clark. And don't blame me. Or don't take my word for it, I should say. I went, of all people, 2 Live Crew's Luther Campbell tweeted. And I honestly, Roy, I went to Ryan Clark because he actually shared the clip of his video. Again, Ryan Clark is the worst of the worst, like Triple H in the WWE. The worst people are people who are not smart, who think they're really intelligent. That's the worst person in the world because you literally can't convince them. When someone is really shallow, like Ryan Clark, but he is convinced he's deep. Oh my God. So he's the worst kind of person because he thinks he's smart and he thinks he's deep and he's actually stupid and shallow. So 2 Live Crew's Luther Campbell goes, hey, Ryan Clark.
Me so horny.
This is not the me so horny. Ow, me so horny. Ow, me so horny. Me love you a long time. And then he did a band in the USA. He did a little Bruce parody because the 2 Live Crew got taken off all the rap stations.
That's right.
I love those guys. I've been following Luther Campbell for years. So when he popped up on my timeline and he goes, Ryan Clark, it's not other people who have made this now an issue of race. It's you.
Oh.
That's not the white guy saying it. That's the black guy. And by the way, that's Luther Campbell. Think he has a little bit of street cred. What do you think? Maybe even a little more street cred than Ryan fucking Clark, Mr. Nice Sweaters, Mr. Privileged Upbringing. Yeah, I'm going to listen to maybe Luther Campbell with some of this shit, believe it or not, over Ryan Clark, the stupidest motherfucker on the planet. Seriously.
David.
So this guy puts me in a bad mood for Christmas. I'm watching First Take. And this motherfucker, Roy, literally says Santa Claus is fake.
Wow.
Now, no, you know what? Do we have the clip?
I think we do. Let's hit it.
Add something to. We're talking about Philadelphia here, though. This isn't Buffalo. This isn't Kansas City. Like, this is a town that they like to do. They and that's what makes them great. They boo Santa Claus. That's what makes them great. Okay, they're gonna do things like this.
Santa Claus is fake. Jana Hurts ain't.
There might be kids watching this show. You need to be quiet.
It should be in school too.
Okay. All right, we'll leave this there. Now coming up, very telling
By the way,
magic is real.
by the way, Roy,
Very telling
do you
comments.
now understand why I love me, my baby, my new first take baby, Shea Cornett? Because she understands. I guarantee you, Shea Cornett has had a radio job before this.
Of course.
Because here's why. I actually know multiple radio guys who have gotten suspended or fired because they said Santa Claus is fake or Santa Claus isn't real. And it's because inevitably there are always children listening or kids watching. First of all, Ryan Clark, there are some kids who are out of school due to winter break. Secondly, there could be sick kids. There's always kids sick that are home. And when I was a kid and I was sick from home, I'm watching ESPN. I'm not watching soap operas.
What about the Pacific Coast?
Yeah, I
Or
used
the
to watch.
Pacific Coast.
I used to watch Bob Ross.
Right. This is going on at 10 a.m. first take, so that's 7 a.m. Pacific Coast. There are absolutely children watching. God bless Shea Cornett, my lovely blonde lady from Chicago, who I know you're married, sweetheart, but we'd make an attractive couple. I'm 6'2". She's tall. Roy, she's way too much woman for you. That would look like R2-D2 dating a female Chewbacca. But for me, she looks like she's about 5'10", 5'9", very tall lady. And I'm glad she said, but the guy literally goes, yeah, she goes, say that they, everyone should, Philly's a tough town. They're critical. So now they're on Jalen Hurts' ass, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. And when she says that, he goes, Santa is fake. Jalen Hurts is real. I'm being honest and serious when I can tell you, I do know people in radio who've gotten dismissed because of that. And ESPN, who is owned by Disney, is okay with Santa is fake. Disney, the last time I checked, likes a big child demographic, methinks, right? Right?
Yeah.
Disney, they really like the kids, right? I'm not wrong in saying that Disney is a family company, right?
That's a better way of phrasing it.
Ideally, it's about families, the parents, the kids, right?
Yeah.
So a Disney show just told us Santa Claus is fake. On top of the racial garbage with the Sherrone Moore comment, Ryan Clark, you're not only the dumbest motherfucker on the planet, you're the biggest piece of shit. Put yourself on the Shizer list.
Shizer! You're the one that we despise! David, I never thought that I would ever consider the Davey Mac Sports Program a family show more than I would a Disney Disney Network.
Yeah. We can actually say we are more of a family show than any of the Disney shows at this point. Because, folks, kids, Santa Claus is real. Don't listen to Ryan Clark. Kids, don't use this type of language either. No. I do recognize that we use some salty language here, kids. Don't use it. I mean, don't use it at school. You're playing ball.
If you use it around your friends, you'll sound cool.
Yeah. But if you're playing ball, some street, some pickup basketball games, talk yo shit, kids. Kids, talk yo shit. But Santa's real, kids.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let Ryan Clark ruin Christmas for you. Ryan Clark and ESPN has ruined Christmas for me. Not for you, children. Okay?
I just
Captain Christmas, Davey Mac is here to say it's going to be okay. Santa will be here on December 25th giving you presents.
That's right.
Don't panic. Dismiss the moronic, ignorant words of stupid man, Ryan Clark. Robert?
I was just going to say, the only reason Ryan Clark doesn't believe in Santa Claus is because he's played so poorly. He's never been on the nice list to get presents. He's just constantly been a dick. So that's why he's on the naughty list. But going back to his racial comment, there's a comedian named Jeremy Kapowitz who does a joke about when everybody was upset at Star Wars because they said the creature was a Jewish stereotype. And he goes, hey, guys, at what point when we see something that's a small, dwarfy-looking thing with a big nose and go, that's making fun of us, is it on us? Like, that's what the Ryan Clark thing's doing. You jump to that, not us.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. It's literally someone's looking in the mirror and screaming, bigot, bigot, bigot.
Yep.
It's like, Ryan, you're just talking about your own reflection, dude. Freud would have a field day on this dumb asshole. I am so sick and tired of the nonsensical games by ESPN and Disney. It's not even funny. And do you know who agrees with me?
Who?
Former Notre Dame quarterback and Fox analyst Brady Quinn does a good job there on the Fox show.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you about what Brady Quinn says about ESPN. Brady Quinn says ESPN controls college football. Okay? Not my words. Brady Quinn. Very good quarterback at Notre Dame. Got close to maybe winning a national championship, but USC beat him in a controversial ending there with what was essentially a tush push when Reggie Bush pushed Matt Leinart into the end zone, and yet the tush push was illegal in college football at the time. So Notre Dame should have won that year. Regardless, Brady Quinn now works for Fox, and he does a very good job. Listen to what he said about ESPN, and remember what I said last week when I called ESPN the corruption machine. Here's what Brady Quinn says about ESPN and the college football playoff system. Quote, the entire process is controlled by ESPN and Disney. And just to compare it to the NFL, because that's where college football is going, when what you have is an NFL that controls all of it. They say, we decide who gets access and on this and who doesn't. It's entirely different with college football. This is all an ESPN creation, a Disney creation. So I think that's where they think there's a sense of bias. Because when they, for instance, unveil the rankings, the college football the weekly rankings of the top 25, the show is on ESPN. It's nowhere else. It's not on Fox Sports. It's not on Peacock. It's nowhere else. Where are the college football playoffs? ESPN. Again, nowhere else. What Quinn, the article goes on to say, Quinn isn't saying ESPN executives are literally calling the committee with orders. He's pointing out the whole system runs on ESPN's infrastructure, serves ESPN's interests, and pretends the results just happen to break ESPN's way, requires ignoring some very inconvenient timing. In other words, the Miami Notre Dame game being spanned on the ACC network on ESPN. That's the name of the entire channel. The ACC network on ESPN. It's an ESPN channel. Or the SEC network, which is an ESPN channel. And constantly having progeria Paul Feinbaum, and who looks like a walking, talking colostomy bag. You have that motherfucker going, destroying Notre Dame and building up Alabama all the time, though Alabama looked like shit the last 4 weeks and lost twice and now has 3 losses. And Paul Feinbaum says, well, that doesn't, their conference championship doesn't count. But the same progeria Paul Feinbaum goes everywhere about everyone else who lost a conference championship game, be it a BYU or a Virginia, etc., and demolished everyone else who lost a conference championship game. But when it comes to Alabama and the SEC, doesn't matter. Wait, we're so much better than everyone else that even our losses are better than most teams' wins. Hey, stupid. Hey, liar. The last 2 championships came out of the Big Ten. Oh, by the way, which is inconvenient, right? We just heard the inconvenient word, which is inconvenient for ESPN that Ohio State and Michigan have won the last 2 championships because they're with Fox. They're not with ESPN and Disney. This whole thing is beyond dirty. And now I got actual people finally agreeing with me. And honestly, I've been talking about ESPN being dirty going back to the first days of the Davey Mac Sports Program in 2011. Excellent. I've been on their ass for 15 years now, and I'm not quitting. What do you think about that, Roy? Is there a conflict of interest here with ESPN?
I know one thing: you're not going to quit. So they better straighten their shit out, David. But yeah, it's obviously a conflict of interest. The bigger of the corporate game, the higher it gets to a level where it's inevitable that there's going to be a conflict of interest. You can't control everything and there not be a conflict of interest.
I agree. Which leads me to my next ESPN story. By the way, we're talking football today, folks, here too. I want to talk to you about some sports, but I all of us like. After our huge ESPN corruption episode, I didn't realize there was going to be a literal sequel, but there is. Because you just can't go 1 week without embarrassing, pathetic, weird ESPN stories. Here's one. You know, Roy, the Indianapolis Colts had all of their quarterbacks hurt. They all got injured. Oh. And so they literally reached back to this 44-year-old guy, probably a future Hall of Famer, Phillip Rivers, who literally has 10 kids, and his oldest kid has a child, so he's a grandpa.
Oh, wow.
First grandfather to ever play in the NFL. Well, the Colts, this guy retired in 2020. He's now 44 years old, but he stays in good shape because he's a he's a high school football coach. Okay. And he stays in good shape. He's always throwing the ball. And basically, they said, hey, Phillip Rivers, all our quarterbacks are hurt. Could you come back for a couple games? And he said yes.
Wow.
Cam Newton, before even seeing Phillip Rivers play, Cam Newton said he was, quote, insulted that he wasn't called by the Colts. Cam Newton, of course, Roy, also works for ESPN. He is prominently on First Take these days. So Cam Newton was insulted by the Colts. Hey, stupid, did you pick up the phone and call the Colts? He's insulted that the Colts aren't calling him. Well, first of all, maybe it's because you look like the Penguin from Batman. Or weird combination of both Willy Wonka and Slugworth.
But where's the graphic for that one, Robert?
He's an absolute joke these days, dressing up in all kind of weird steampunk outfits. And he goes, and so he's turned himself into an absolute clown on television, and he's insulted that the Colts didn't call him. If you want to get back in the NFL, maybe kind of, put away the crazy ass outfits. You're not in Little Orphan Annie, you fucking freak.
What I like about this comparison picture so much is it does look like you got a picture of not Joe Flacco, Phillip Rivers and Cam Newton and put them side by side in the same outfit.
It kind of looks like Phillip Rivers a little bit. Does anyone know who that penguin is? That's the original.
That's the original penguin. I don't know his name. I couldn't tell you, but I could hear his voice.
There's a sports connection, you jerks. I'm going to be furious if you guys don't get the sports connection.
All right, so it's got to be someone related to Howard Cosell.
You're going to be furious.
Yeah, you're going to be
all right, Robert
furious.
knows? No, you're going to be furious is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't even have time to Google
suck.
it.
That's what? Burgess Meredith, Mickey from Rocky.
Oh, my God, David, I never knew that.
Mickey from Rocky played the original Penguin on the Batman TV series with Adam West, Burt West, whatever the fucking West guy's name was.
Okay, there you go. You don't even know Batman's fucking name. No, but I never knew that either, David. I had no idea.
Burgess Meredith. Yeah, he was the Penguin, Rocky, and Grumpy Old Men. And I always tell you have to be a fan of three things. So that means to be an actual fan, but that means I'm a massive Burgess Meredith fan. Because I actually like the TV Batmans. When I was a kid, they would be on reruns. And when I was at my grandma's, I don't know why, I just would always watch the Batman reruns, and I enjoyed them as a child.
Oh, so did I. They were fantastic. Right before Happy Days.
Great music. Great music. Great. It's just fun.
Yeah. All the brass.
The Dehydrator episode.
Oh, I remember that
one. And I have to say something now that's going to be deemed very insensitive to people. Lacking empathy. Lacking conscious. A conscious.
Uh-oh, here it comes, everybody.
Yeah, here it comes, people. This ESPN 30 for 30 about Stuart Scott's a fucking joke. Roy, Stuart Scott was a SportsCenter anchor who, unfortunately, and I mean that because I was a fan, but unfortunately, he passed away of cancer about 10 years ago, was it, Robert?
Yeah, right around that time.
I was a fan. I enjoyed the guy a lot.
Okay.
Stuart Scott joined SportsCenter in 1993. They're trying, the name of the movie, by the way, the name of the 30 for 30 is Booyah.
Oh, boy.
Because that was Stuart Scott's number one catchphrase. When a guy would, maybe make a three or maybe smash a grand slam to win the baseball game, you would hear Stuart Scott go, Booyah, right? That was his thing, right? They're literally trying to say that this guy is yet another, breakthrough artist, or he's some kind of, Jackie Robinson of media or this or that. Wrong. Dan Patrick started on SportsCenter in like 89. Charlie Steiner started on SportsCenter in like 88 or 89 as well. Craig Kilborn started on SportsCenter in 93. I know they're all white guys. What I'm saying is they all had their catchphrases and pop culture references. And in terms of Dan Patrick and Charlie Steiner, they predated Stuart Scott. You had Dan Patrick going, in fuego.
Yeah.
Right? He had his the guy's on fire. So Dan Patrick, in fuego. That's his thing. Right? Like everyone's got their own little thing. Dan Patrick was doing catchphrases and pop culture references 4 years before Stuart Scott even joined ESPN. We're trying to pretend like he's this some kind, like everyone who has success, it doesn't always mean that they're like some sort of pioneer. It doesn't always mean that they're breaking some imaginary glass ceiling. Some people are just good at their jobs and they're entertaining, but we don't have to do revisionist history where we're saying this person was important for society. I'm not trying to be insensitive about Stuart Scott. God bless him. I loved him on SportsCenter. He's on my Mount Rushmore. I just gave him to you. Kilborn, Patrick, Charlie Steiner, Stuart Scott. So this isn't me insulting Stuart Scott. It's insulting ESPN, saying yet again, they're trying to change a narrative. They're trying to make something that doesn't exist. Why not just make a movie about Stuart Scott saying how awesome he was, how funny he was, and that he was inspiring at the end of his life because of cancer? But again, interjecting race into something that doesn't need to happen. You don't need to do it with Stuart Scott. Him saying booyah there's no difference than Dan Patrick saying in fuego, and Patrick did it first. So in other words, nothing new or innovative. But I guess you could say, okay, first prominent black SportsCenter guy. But is this what we're just going to do this for everything? Then let's make a movie about the first black mechanic, the first black that's the first. After a while, aren't you almost insulting people? Black people. If I'm a black person, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, we've become like the president of the United States of America. We've had the number one job in the world. Breaking the SportsCenter skin color barrier is a little bit small potatoes to being the president of the fucking world. And that's what the president of America is.
So
Thoughts
the movie,
and opinions, jerks.
So the movie about the first black mechanic is actually called Greased Lightning. It came out after
that's
the movie.
highly offensive.
No, it came out after the movie Grease, which seems like they really kind of shot it in the foot.
Is there really a movie like that?
Yeah, it's about loosely based on Wendell Scott, the first African-American NASCAR driver and mechanic.
All
there
right.
you go.
Oh, look, good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see Greased Lightning then.
Wait till you hear my new catchphrase, Dave. I got one of my own.
I don't think I want to hear it.
But I do think you're being a little harsh on Stuart because he did have to do a bunch of things. Like, let's not forget when he would walk into ESPN, the KKK would organize these massive protests out front, right? And then they had to sit in on buses to allow him to take the bus into the station. And he and his friends got sprayed with fire hoses as they were getting into the ESPN studios.
Well, that's the thing, Robert. None of those incidents actually occurred to Stuart Scott.
Oh, well, I'm sure he overcame a massive countrywide
I
ban.
will say, Roy, we did have a private conversation in the car where I am sticking by this, and I'm saying that people are trying to pretend like the 90s were like the Rosa Parks 50s. Because everyone just wants to now do 30 years ago was bad. Well, you can't do that anymore because 30 years ago was 1995. I'm sorry. Everyone knew racism was bad. Everyone was against it. Everyone knew by the 1995. I had plenty of classes in high school and college talking about racism being bad and this and that. I learned a lot about civil rights and things like that. The 90s were actually a period where teenagers like myself, people said, we don't want labels. We don't want to be white guy, black guy. Just call me an American. And that's why you had teenagers like me going to Lollapalooza, and you would have white kids, black kids, Asian kids, and Latino kids, everybody hanging out, listening to rock, rap, whatever, having a good time because we broke away from all that garbage as teenagers of the 90s. And by the way, the 90s now is back in a nostalgia way. The 80s was hanging on. The 80s nostalgia has been dominating pop culture for the last 10 years. You're finally seeing the first 90s nostalgia enter pop culture. And I'm telling you, if they're going to be honest about 90s pop culture, because I'm a teenager of the 90s, a proud one, the biggest thing was no labels so that we all just get along because we judge each other on the content of our character. We just say, is this person cool or not? Is this person friendly or not? Are they fun or not? That's all. And we absolutely said, we took our cues from the rock stars and the actors who were in their 20s who were saying, I don't like labels. The Kurt Cobains and the whomevers were all saying, we don't like the labels. Then that, of course, affected the teenagers. But guess what? It affected the teenagers in the best way possible because we got along. We were not this divided, folks. This is a relatively, last 10 years situation. We have devolved. Sorry. Yeah. Some real fucking shit today on the DMSP.
All right. So I think I'm going to go make some more black friends. Now that you say it's okay again, David, I'm going to go get my black friends back again.
I've got two. Earl Douglas and Uzi the intern from the Ron and Fez show. And now that I think about it, maybe I shouldn't have nicknamed him Uzi, but I thought that was his actual name. I saw Uzi the intern recently in New York.
Name.
It was fucking crazy because and by the way, this is how cool Davey Mac is. Uzi came up to me. It was like, Davey Mac.
Yeah. There you got nothing but love, Dave.
What's you up, man? What you doing, dog? And I'm like, oh my God, Uzi? He's like, yo, I'm on Wall Street, motherfucker. I'm like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
What's he doing on Wall Street?
See that. Yeah. He's doing well on Wall Street. We had a wonderful conversation. He's a great guy because it's not, you just judge people based on their personality.
Yeah.
But ESPN's gotten obsessed with categories, and it's destroying every franchise that they have. It's destroying their sports, their Star Wars, their Marvel, their Pixar. It's amazing seeing the company not be able to understand. Star Wars and Marvel, it's not getting the views on Disney Plus that it used to. I really don't get it because you guys are fucking up the franchises. You're going away from what made those franchises special. It's about the sports and it's about the stories. It's not about getting on a soapbox and virtue signaling to everybody. Shut up already, ESPN.
Wow, I've never seen you this fired up, David. You really are upset about this.
Because I honestly, after doing our big corruption episode, which I looked at as a special, I'm like, thank God. 50% of the reason why I do these shows is catharsis. I feel better. Otherwise, legitimately, this is not a joke. You will see me in supermarkets doing these same rants to myself.
Oh,
In aisle 14, getting Cool Ranch Doritos, you're going to hear, I'm looking for shit, looking for deals. And I'm like, motherfucking Ryan Clark,
You motherfucking asshole. You fucking ESPN. Where are the Cool Ranch Doritos? No, the super size. The family bag. I don't want the little bag.
Yeah,
ESPN, motherfucking goddamn college game day. McAfee, motherfucker. Herb Street's all. I'm going to kill them all. No,
A lot of people don't know I'm a licensed therapist, David.
Would
I
that
am a
take
guy
you
who
20
talks to
days
him.
at community college?
I am someone who will talk to himself.
Oh yeah, I know you're the type. I've known two people that will have admitted to me that they openly talk to themselves. And you're definitely one of them, and I don't doubt it.
So what? I'm like a fucking John Nash. I'm some kind of beautiful mind freakazoid who's seeing like imaginary Nazis and little girls chasing them at night.
Yeah,
But
you know
when
the
we
other
give
guy
you
too.
the
I'll
meds,
tell you
you're
on
no
camera.
longer as entertaining.
I know. No, by the way, real quick aside,
Yeah.
because I recently rewatched Shutter Island.
Oh,
And the same thing happened with Shutter Island and A Beautiful Mind. I don't want movies where the whole cop out of the guy was insane, and so the whole movie that you watched is rendered completely pointless. That's just as much of a cop out as what was the show in the 80s, St. Elmo's Fire or something, where it turned out the entire show, the entire series on the finale, the entire series was the imagination of a little kid, the little special needs kid.
I think you're confusing that with the Eastside Dave show. Isn't that
wow,
how we
that's
ended that
wild.
one?
Yeah, it was like St. Elmo's Fire, I think, or something.
Yeah.
It was like a little kid with autism or something, and he's looking at a snow globe, and the doctors or something go like, "What do you think he's thinking about?" Implying he was thinking about the entire series
Yeah.
of that, or whatever the show was called. I don't fucking know. Regardless, my point being, shit's getting crazy. That's all. All right. I can't take much more of it.
No.
What do you think, Robert?
I think my conspiracy theory is one of your nieces and nephews learned Santa wasn't real by watching First Take this morning, and that's why you're so fired up.
Dude, I was pissed because I'm a big Christmas fan.
No, truly, I truly get that.
And honestly, God bless Shay Cornett, who fucking told him. Anyway, she tried to say it in a nice way so it wasn't awkward, which means she's cool. I told you she's cool. So she tried to not embarrass him, but she does go like, there might be kids. She kind of did like a black affectation, actually. She goes like, there might be kids watching. But you actually go back and pay attention to how Shay Cornett says, I thought the Midnight Rider was here. There might be kids watching, Daddy. From the top of the mountain to the bottom of the canyon, there might be kids that are watching this show. And I got one more field, Badala.
That's a really good impression you do.
Yeah, that's an impression of the Midnight Rider, a famous radio luchador who makes appearances from time to time. Do you got that? Do you got
You want me
her?
to pull it up real quick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it because I can't believe it happened, man. I can't believe this stooge went on television and said Santa is fake. I was in shock. And I'm not kidding. Go to my Twitter timeline at Eastside Dave. I did 2 tweets. I said, this is bullshit. And then I said, fucking no comment from headquarters of ESPN in the North Pole.
We're talking about Philadelphia here, though. This isn't Buffalo. This isn't Kansas City. Like, this is a town that they like to do. They and that's what makes them great. They boo Santa Claus. That's what makes them great, okay? They're going to do things like this.
Santa Claus is fake. Jana Hurts ain't.
There might be kids watching this show. You need to be quiet.
It should be in school.
They boo Santa Claus. That's what makes them great,
She
okay?
definitely
They're going
did.
to do things like this.
She definitely did some kind of, there might be kids watching this show. You better be quiet. There might be
Kids watching this show. You need to be quiet.
It should be in school.
Your impression's really good.
There might be kids watching this show. You need to be quiet.
Be quiet.
It should be.
You need to be quiet.
Be quiet.
It should be.
There might be kids watching this show. You better be quiet.
Hey,
There might be kids watching this show. You need to be quiet.
it should be in school.
It's so funny.
Oh dear, David.
I actually genuinely love that woman.
Yeah, I think.
Jay, and by the way, don't be free. I'm not stalking you. I mean, I am following you now on all social medias. It's amazing how quickly I moved on from Molly to Shay Cornett. Like Molly's gone.
You do keep bringing her up, though. It's almost like you're trying to throw your love for Shay in Molly.
I still follow Molly Karam on Instagram because she's a nice, pleasant-looking person. But Shay Cornette, personality-wise, I have to say, is far above Molly. Because Molly does come across as one of those, I hate to say it, Instagram influencing chicks who, you have to... I would never be able to date. There's one who I actually know. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about this in case we meet up.
It's okay. Flutie isn't going to meet up with us anytime soon.
No, because believe it or not, there might be a lady interested in the Dave band. I'm telling you, I got a DM, and I actually know this person. She got married, she got divorced. But what I'm saying is, type of person who for a birthday present, you better get her like a $2,500 purse. So that's where we might not make the best couple, being that currently I have $192 in my PayPal account.
Well, David, I'm going to go on a limb here and give you some dating advice. And if a woman is seeking you out, I don't think I'm sure she's well aware of what you have in your expense account, and I wouldn't sweat it.
Well, you're right. Hold on. You guys take it away for a second. My dog is going crazy. I want to close the door. Take it away.
There's this great song, Uptown Girl, Dave should listen to. Because
I think
if you just treat rich girls like that, like shit, they're kind of into it.
Go for it, Dave. You have my blessing.
You are correct, Roy. I was thinking of just doing the George Costanza thing. Just like,
what would that be?
Here are all the details for a Christmas gift. I can get you some Twizzlers.
Lay it out there.
I think that's kind of nice. Twizzlers are tasty and they're, red. They kind of look. I'll definitely get like the Christmas packaged Twizzlers.
Well, David, you're talking about a Christmas gift already. How long have you been dating said woman?
I have not been dating.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I suddenly got followed and possible a message.
Okay, just be careful, David. I don't want to see anyone's heart broken.
Oh no, it's not be careful. It's There's
watch out, world.
This wouldn't happen because I need to probably have 10 numbers in the bank account there.
Nah, Dave. It's like the song I was telling Roy while you were going to get your dog, "Uptown Girl" by Billy Joel. Sometimes those rich snobby broads, they just want someone to treat them like shit. And I can't think of a better person to show them the roughnecks than Eastside Dave McDonald.
No, I don't have it.
Or they like a project, and you're a project.
Okay,
a long one.
Yeah, exactly.
2 things. Number one, I've never been the, you got to be a jerk to the ladies. You got to put them in their place. I'm not one of those types. Okay.
No. More like, have you ever had a McDouble? Like, she's used to fine caviar. You show her the lower side, the fun side.
Don't take dating advice from Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, he's portraying me pretty poorly.
Yes,
Roy. He's
I agree.
Portraying me. Well, my whole point. That's why I was going to do the George Costanza thing. Just be like, look, here it is. Here it is. Going nowhere. I mean, the DMSP's going places. The Modern Day Man's going places, and all of the shows are going well. I just would like $1 million.
Would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
would be real nice.
I feel like I'm owed that money by now. It's 20 years of consistent quality entertainment. I don't know if we have any billionaires watching, but consider giving me $1 million. That's all.
Make it 1.5.
Our last ESPN entry. And we don't need to play to show the pictures because our friends Randy and Gary are back.
Oh, dear God.
Randy and Gary, the two unfunny SportsCenter guys who love themselves and think that they're two David Lettermans or something. I don't know, but they love themselves. They're the poster boys of smarmy, but not funny. I don't find them funny at all, and they're very uncomfortable. In the past, we've shown you what Randy and Gary have been up to in terms of, their promotional graphics, like Randy and Gary hugging each other, Randy and Gary putting hair and makeup on, Randy, I believe, holding Gary like a man bringing the bride into the bedroom,
Crossing the threshold. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't they do one where he like lifts him up in the air like that dancing movie, and then he lowers him down and they kiss real passionately?
Dirty Dancing.
And again, I'd like to say that whatever you're into, fine by us. DMSP, we're cool. As they said on Seinfeld, not that there's anything wrong with any of it. Okay? But this is sports dominated by a male demographic, Disney and ESPN. Again, same thing. I don't know who these two prima donnas, coiffed hairdos and smiley teeth wearing the Air Jordans with your suits. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be wearing a suit. I'm going to wear sneakers too. Show that I'm cool. I don't know who these guys appeal to. I don't. Women don't watch SportsCenter. It's a 9-to-1 demographic when it comes to SportsCenter. Not my opinion. Fact. Look it up.
Absolutely. I think I've been thinking about this because they really bother me kind of like you throughout the week. And the best way to describe their vibe is the cool manager who comes in and is like, I'm the cool guy, and is slowly just going to make your life a living hell, but puts on that facade like, no, I'm into the hip stuff.
Yeah.
Look, I got some cool Jordans on.
Gary and Snappy or whatever, Randy. Yeah, Gary. These two fools are just empty metrosexual airheads.
Leaky.
Who obviously probably got copies of National Lampoon, like the comedic newspaper, and they're of that ilk, but they're not Conan O'Brien. Okay, that's the only guy who is smart and then extremely funny. These guys aren't him. All right, but I want to show you. They are talking to who is it? Mendoza, right? Yes, it's the kid who just won the Heisman. Mendoza, the quarterback of Indiana University. After leading Indiana to a 13-0 record, Mendoza won the Heisman on Saturday. They're talking to him. Listen to what I believe Gary says. He's the one who I can't decide if he's Filipino or Eastern European.
It's hard to miss Fernando Mendoza. 6'5", not in the weight room. Hey, where's our 6'5" glass of water, and why isn't he on the bench press right now? Hey, Fernando, when you were in middle school or high school watching SportsCenter Snapchat a couple years.
Okay, so they're dropping hints.
I'll tell you what he said, Roy. We'll listen to the clip again. But Gary, the guy on the left, he goes. He's talking about it's tough to miss Fernando Mendoza in the locker room because he's 6'5". He meant to say tall drink of water.
Yeah.
Instead, he called him a glass of water.
Yeah, which you want to drink. Yeah.
There is no phrase glass of water. So what you meant to, so you screwed up the phrase, dummy. You meant to say tall drink of water, not glass of water. That makes no sense. Tall drink of water. Secondly, you're a man. Tall drink of water is what women say about handsome men. Like, a tall drink of water is what my mom says about George Clooney or Mel Gibson. I purposely chose two people from the exact opposite side so everyone can scream. But that's what my mother would say. Oh, he's a tall drink of water.
Yeah, I think he's dropping a hint there, David. I think that was no accident. Yeah.
Men don't say that. Even about women is what I'm saying. You don't really say that a woman is a tall drink of water. It's very specific to women talking about men being a tall drink of water. But there's Gary, I guess, feeling ladylike. Let's hear it again.
It's hard to miss Fernando Mendoza. 6'5", not in the weight room. Hey, where's our 6'5" glass of water, and why isn't he on the bench press right now? Hey, Fernando, when you were...
Where's our 6'5" glass of water?
Why isn't he on the bench
that phrase in the last 30 years, too, by the way?
Yeah.
I know your mom's the perfect example because that's the generation that might use that phrase.
I think Jackie Gleason. Yeah, I thought I heard Jackie Gleason say it in an episode of The Honeymooners. That's about the last time I've ever heard anyone use that phrase.
Yeah. But you're right. She's 85.
Yeah.
Not supposed to be young and hip and trying to be the cool guy.
All right.
Hello, fellow Utes.
So, in summation, we had to do this sequel. Ryan Clark and ESPN have ruined Christmas. I have a lot of stuff. I'll get to only a couple of it very quickly. Because we've been going on for an hour. How long have we been going, Robert? We try to, these are
10 minutes.
Oh
What?
shit, we're at 1 o'clock already, which means I'm gonna have to bail soon.
We are at 49 minutes.
okay. Just hold on, Roy.
Okay.
Just hold on, you son of a bitch.
Let's make it quick, Dave. Time's ticking here.
I wanted to see if I could get away with calling you a son of a bitch, but then you turned into one and you slapped me down verbally. I appreciate it. The Giants are beyond embarrassing. This past Tuesday, Hard Knocks NFC East was on. And that's, of course, the famous HBO show where they go behind the scenes. They're doing in season this year again, and they're looking at the whole division. So it's Giants, Commanders, Eagles, Cowboys. And Giants have fired Brian Dable, and they put in this bald-headed moron, Mike Kafka, who, I got to tell you, he's not working for me. No pizzazz, nothing. I got nothing from this guy, and I'm not alone. Watch this pathetic Mike Kafka speech on Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks continues to embarrass the Giants. The Giants appear on Hard Knocks. They always come across looking like the worst team in the NFL. The worst. Watch how many tired-ass coaching cliches, especially you, Robert. You did a little high school football coaching,
Absolutely.
right?
Let's see how
Watch how many. Right. So Robert, actually, Roy, has some experience with this. Watch how many tired, coach speak, just boring coach speak. The same phrases and sayings and cliches any player has heard forever. I mean, even if you've watched a football movie, this guy's doing shit. It's like he's borrowing from Pacino in any given Sunday, borrowing from the coach in Rudy. It's pathetic.
Oh, I'm gonna love
Watch
this one,
this.
Dave. Okay.
All right, so
And also
this is
watch
the
the
game.
players'
And,
faces.
Like yesterday, guys, we lost as a team. All three phases, we lost as a fucking team. But we're gonna fucking win as a team too, and that's gonna be coming after the bye. Right? The reality is we have 4 fucking opportunities left with just this group right here. Like everybody look at each other. We got 4 ops together, man. 4 fucking opportunities. Like I promise you, I'm gonna give you everything I got to go 4-0 1 week at a time. We're going out swinging, aggressive. I fucking love this team. The results haven't been where we're at and what we want. I fucking love this team. I promise you we're going to get to where we want to go. Recharge this bye week, or come back and go fucking dominate. And if you ain't about that fucking life, get the fuck out. You guys feel me on that? That's what we're going to be with this group. All right? Let's break this bitch up. JMS. Ready?
It would have been.
Pause, Robert. Pause.
Wow.
Okay, Robert, you're the football coach. Keep that graphic on the screen. Just keep it right where it is. But first of all, you're the coach on the Davey Mac Sports Program. Please review Mr. Kafka, Mike Kafka's inspired speech to his players. If you caught their faces, some of them literally looked like they were falling asleep.
Yeah.
There was a couple that looked like they were falling asleep, a couple that looked like they wanted to throw up, and then one who just had no idea what was going on.
And Jackson Dart, the quarterback, looked like he was he's in the mind frame of, I want to give coach the benefit of the doubt, but this is some lame shit right here. Because he almost had like a little like smirk, like what's he talking about?
Yeah, it would have been fucking awesome if he came out and said, "Hey, this morning I woke up and I was an insect," and then he started. Sorry, Dad, that was my German philosophy.
Oh, the Kafka, the author. I got Metamorphosis.
Yes, okay, I'm impressed that you even knew that. Sorry.
1,400 SATs, 3.5 GPA, magna cum laude with honors graduate in college. When I tell people I'm intelligent, I am. Yeah, I know. I faked you out on the Ron and Fez show for a few years, and you thought I was a stupid ignoramus. I'm actually a genius.
I didn't graduate that way, but I always cum laude. Now,
It's a Latin phrase that means with honors.
oh, my
It's
cum
got
always
nothing
has
to do with your
honors.
disgusting, obnoxious orgasms.
Now, I'm want to clarify. Far be it from me to say like I'm the expert coach or anything.
No,
like
you are
that,
the
but
expert. No. On this show, you are the expert of coach speak because you were a coach. That's how it works. Roy's the expert of music. You're the expert of coach speak.
I'm just about to be harsh, so I don't want to come across as pompous. But
No,
the
I wanna
first
hear
thing, the first major flaw is that I heard was we have 4 fucking games left. Like, he's trying to sound like he's intense, and it's such fake enthusiasm there. Then,
It's awful because his language isn't matching his tone, right?
Exactly.
He's throwing an F-bomb every 6 words, and
Yeah.
yet there's no juice in his voice. There's no
whatsoever.
passion.
If you want to make a speech like that, you have to be holding either a baseball bat or a rifle of some kind.
I'm with you, Roy.
That's what it comes down to.
And then I'm glad we picked up on the tone because it's exactly what you described. He's giving 6 different motivational speeches that all have like different moods behind them. He starts out like, all right, guys, we got to rally together for us. Then by the end, he's screaming, and if you don't like that, get the fuck out.
Okay.
Those are 2 distinct different messages. Like, it's just the whole way through. Like, we got 4 games left. It doesn't really matter. We're going to take it one at a time, but we need to win all 4 of those games and send a message. And it's just like,
Yeah.
he
It's
constantly
like
contradicted
He
himself.
literally says 1 game at a time, and the next sentence
Yeah.
is, we need to win all 4. It's almost like he just took stereotypical coach phrases from a book and just decided to string them all together the way Bob Dylan wrote Subterranean Homesick Blues.
Yeah. Hey, Grok, give me a list of 10 of the most inspiring phrases to read at my speech. And he just went right down the list.
Insulting. And by the way, it reminded me, and the Giants fans would remember this from 2000 and from the year 2000, that Giants coach at the time, Jim Fossil, did an infamous press conference. It actually worked. They got to the Super Bowl. They did lose to the Ravens, and then Fossil got fired after they choked in the playoffs to the 49ers the next year. So, but it was called the transportation speech because Fossil is like, look, the boat's leaking. But what we got to do is get back on this horse. And once we get back on the horse, then the train is going to be into the station. And it's like that boat, horse, train. The transportation speech by Jim Fossil. It's still made fun of to this day because and yet that was more quote coherent than Mike Metamorphosis Kafka.
Now, the other thing I'll say is it's the wrong time to give a pump-up motivational speech. Like, there's nothing the Giants can win.
Season's over.
What the type of pump-up speech, and this comes from me coaching many of teams in this position where no matter how good we did with the remaining games, our season was going to end on our last one. But you got to phrase it and turn them and be like, all right, all season we've said it was the coaching staff. Let's go out there and prove it. A lot of you guys, this might be your last season on the Giants. It's probably going to be my last season coaching. So
Get
let's
good
go
film.
out there
Get
and
good
leave
film.
a great mark on the NFL, leave them with a great taste in their mouth. I believe in you guys. I know you're all great football players. That's why I fought so hard to stay here. And you're going to show it these next 4 games, and we're going to work, highlight each one, build the team that way. It's
there's something to be said with, look, the reality is, and we all know it, a lot of us in this room aren't going to be here next year. Let's do our best jobs, basically, to make sure our resume's intact. For our next job in the NFL, if we want to stay in this league as either a coach or player, let's make sure we do the right thing so that we put some good stuff on tape for teams to look at.
And let's make sure that after we leave, after these 4 games, if nothing else happens, Joe Shane's punk ass gets fired because we show how poor of a goddamn manager he was.
No, you're absolutely right. Joe Shane, the general manager, needs to be fired by the Giants today. But and hopefully it does happen today. And by the time the DMSP comes out, but let me just give you one thing. The reason why I said to freeze it on that graphic, he embarrassingly corny. It's just corny. It's just so corny. He wrote dog. He wrote the acronym, Roy. Dog, D period, A period, W period, G period on the big screen behind him. And dog,
I see it.
The acronym stands for discipline, attitude, work ethic, and grit. Here's the problem, dumb Giants and stupid Mike Kafka. Work ethic is 2 words. And you don't have to put articles in goddamn acronyms, but you do have to put every main word in an acronym. So even your acronym doesn't work because it really should be DAWAG. It should be DAWAG. Discipline, attitude, work ethic, grit. Work ethic isn't one word. You can't say dog. It's DAWAG.
Why can't he just say work? Why does it have to be work ethic?
And also, Roy, because Stanley Mac and I were watching this show, I told Stanley, so good job on your part. I'll give you the credit, but I did lean over to Stanley. I say, why not just put work, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, I mean, that's the most logical.
We know work ethic, so just put work. You're putting in the work.
Can we take a step back? And
even the acronyms, the Giants.
No. Can we take a step back? And just the fact that these are all NFL players. They are the best of the best. They've worked their entire lives to get to sit in this meeting, and you're going to hit them with an acronym. That is discipline. What's the second one?
Awareness.
Work ethic. Like, what player's in there going, wait a second.
Attitude. No, attitude.
That was me. That was me fucking with you, Bobby.
That never crossed my mind. Let me just crack down a little bit. Maybe if I just work a little harder. Shit. No one told me that. It's just the stupidest thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Acronym. Well, I mean, let's be honest. He's pulling a Gary Busey. This is the Gary Busey move. He's the guy who takes words and then out of that. Like, he takes a regular word like the word love, and he's like, lick orifice very educationally. Love. And you're like, oh, Gary Busey's crazy. I hope him and Meatloaf don't fight over the fucking cupcakes they have to make on Celebrity Apprentice.
But again,
it's embarrassing. The Giants are embarrassing.
There's 4 games left. Everyone's career in that room hinges on those 4 games. And instead of being like, we're going to come up with the creative blitz, we're going to focus on acronyms for those 4 games. Everybody better be a dog.
It's awful. So the Giants need to totally clean house after this. There were Giants fans when this guy initially got the job. They were trying to say maybe Mike Kafka is Mike Kafka, get him out. Just like Joe Shane. Joe Shane, Mike Kafka, pretty much everyone. I'm sorry. I want the people who are in charge of the Gatorade coolers. Everyone needs to be fired. This is a Lehman Brothers, shut the whole thing down. Now, really quick, I'm going to be very quick about this, okay? 2 quick stories. Update on the WNBA. There's still a bunch of entitled assholes. Moving on to the NBA, the Knicks are in the finals of the NBA Cup against the Spurs on Tuesday. The Knicks beat the Magic in the semis while the Spurs defeated the Thunder. So it's going to be Wemby versus Brunson. Amazing. The two, probably the tallest, megastar in the league in Victor Wembanyama, and the smallest megastar in the league. Regardless of people still underrating Jalen Brunson, it's only because they're New York haters. Jalen Brunson is everything that we say he is. Jalen Brunson's phenomenal, and I believe he's 6'1". I think they list him as like 6'2" or 3. He ain't. Trust me. No. But unbelievable. Who do you got, Robert?
As much as the Knicks have been playing hot basketball, and I would like to see them win. I don't know if you caught this, where Wemby came out before the last game and said he was the best superstar in the NBA. And then even in limited minutes off the bench, really showed it against the 24-1 Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, no, Wembanyama won that game for him. They were trailing, the Spurs were trailing the Thunder by a considerable amount. Wembanyama in 20 minutes gets like 22 points, 21 points or something, and dominates them. This guy it's not just that he's 7'7". It's not that he's like a minute bull in his frame. It's that he's a minute bull mixed with Kevin Durant. Yeah. He shoots threes. He shoots fadeaways. And he's 7'7" or 7'8". They think he's still growing because he's young. This guy is ridiculous. He blocks every shot imaginable. How can you take any layups on this guy?
Absolutely. And the biggest criticism myself and a lot of people had of him the last couple seasons, whether it be the NBA or watching him develop for the NBA, was he was frail. He seemed a little awkward with his movements. And then after he spent all summer with those monks in Taiwan or wherever, He's now jacked. He's got a different balance. His footwork looks so much better. Like
he's awesome.
So as much as I'd like to see the Knicks win, I think if he's on a mission, I'm going to take the Spurs.
The guy's incredible. He is absolutely a dominant presence, and he's only going to get better. That's the scary thing because he's super young still. But I'm going with the Knicks. I love watching them play right now. I love how they're playing basketball. And quite frankly, I am one who wants the Knicks to get Giannis because according to Brian Windhorst, Giannis said to the Milwaukee Bucks before the season began, I want to be a Knick. Not that he wanted to be traded. He went into the Milwaukee Bucks front office and said, I want to be a Knick. Here's the thing. The Knicks are playing well. Now I'm kind of like, I don't know. There's part of me that says if I can give up a Cat and a Bridges, then you got to do it. And no, this isn't me shitting on Karl Anthony Towns. He's playing great, Robert. This isn't a win for you, you son of a bitch. It's just that Giannis is better.
Yeah, Giannis has a set of testicles.
Robert, see Roy, see how he does it. See how he plays Karl Anthony Towns. He pretends that Karl Anthony Towns is a diva, and he insinuates things about Karl Anthony Towns. Roy,
there's audio footage of him going, "Hey," as he runs by a missed shot.
That was joke. He was joking. He was joking.
Yeah.
Roy.
So was Freddie Mercury. So was Michael Jackson. So was certain other people, radio personalities.
I was on Reddit, and this guy B_Tamburo. said that he said that he said Karl Anthony Towns and Ryan Seacrest disappear for Brokeback Mountain weekends together.
Oh wow!
I'm like, that better not be Bobby Tamburo, B_Tamburo.
The only reason Andy Cohen does the New Year's Eve thing in New York every year is because he gets to spend the night before with a certain Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay, that's it. We're gonna end here. We're all very busy. We have to leave. The Giants need to fire Joe Shane, and that'll do it. Baseball, nothing to report because Brian Cashman sucks. He does not care about the Yankees, and it's pretty sad that we're not going to upgrade this team at all. Meanwhile, the Dodgers just got the best closer in the baseball with Edwin Diaz. So what this means is the Dodgers are going to get a three-peat, and the Yankees might finish in fourth place this year. So I'm done with them. And that'll do it. Robert, anything to plug?
Yes. Thank you, Dave. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, I will be at Dead Crow Comedy in Wilmington, North Carolina with Modern Day Man, co-host of yours, Dave, Aaron Berg. That Sunday, I will be in Charleston. I'm actually headlining that show, so please come out so I don't have to eat a bullet. I don't think we've sold a lot of tickets yet, so let's get those moving.
Okay, let's do it. Come on, people. Let's go. Roy?
I'll be playing with Torpedo on the 27th of December. I guess that's next week. Come on down at the Seacliff bar called Still Partners.
Well, I'll say to the Davey Mac Sports Program, we're going to try to do an episode next week. I feel good about it, but just in case there's another snowstorm and, the holiday season, things get nuts. In case we don't, I do want to wish everyone a great 2025. Thankfully, it's behind us. Let's have a nice, happy 2026. Really try to get some optimism and hopefulness in here for a change. If we don't do this episode, I want to thank next week's episode. We'll let you know either way. Just check my social medias at Eastside Dave. But if we don't, I want to thank all the Eastside Davidians for all the support these years. I love you guys. You guys are the best. And I'll do it. For Bobby Tamburo, for Roy Harder, my name's Eastside Dave McDowell. Good night, everybody.